Hi, my name is James Rayburn, a private client advisor at Harrison Brook, and today we're going to talk through the French Assurance Vie, what it is, what the tax benefits are, and who it might be suitable for. So an Assurance Vie is essentially a very efficient way of investing, a very tax efficient way of investing for residents here in France. Assurance Vie, as you may guess from the name, means life assurance. It's very similar, or can be likened to, an investment bond or a life assurance product in the UK, or even similarly an ISA or a unit trust. The structure is essentially there as a means of investing and reducing your tax exposure when compared to holding traditional shares or investment portfolios with banks or institutions. There are many reasons you should be interested in Assurance Vie if you're a resident here in France. The main one is going to be tax related. As you will know, if you live here, the tax in France isn't very preferential. There's a lot of income tax, and on top of that you've got social tax, which is the equivalent of national insurance tax in the UK. However, it's a lot more steeper here in France. So it's only natural that people are looking for ways to reduce this. And having an Assurance Vie and holding it over time can drastically reduce your tax charges. It's also very tax efficient with respect to inheritance tax planning as well. French wealth tax is an issue for our clients, and by wrapping their investments in this structure, in the life assurance investments, we can really make some savings when it comes to passing things on to our loved ones. Benefits of Assurance Vie. We've already mentioned the inheritance tax and obviously the income tax. One of the main things is that funds within the Assurance Vie wrapper are allowed to grow free of income and capital gains. So that essentially allows for gross roll-up, i.e., a compounding of investment growth over the years, rather than that being dwindled down and cut back by tax payments every year that it grows, essentially. In terms of the income tax treatment, within the first years of the product, you're looking at 30% tax on the gains, which is comprised of 12.8% income tax. The remainder, 17.2%, is social charges, as you come to expect here in France. The real benefit kicks in after 8 years, so all tax on gains drops to 7.5%, which is a very low marginal rate of tax to be paying here in France, especially if you've got a large premium in there. It can really work to your favour in terms of long-term financial planning. So there are many options with respect to taking an Assurance Vie here in France. Historically they've mainly been sold by the banks, and as you may be aware, financial institutions in France aren't quite at the same level of the UK or the States, in the sense that they're very archaic, very bureaucratic, and heavily paper-based as well, often using large commission payments up front. It's not strange to be paying up to 5% just for the setup of these things. But not only that, the main issue that clients have, for example, if they take an Assurance Vie out with a traditional French bank, is that they only have access to one panel fund range. So that would be BNP only funds, for example. More recently, we've seen international financial institutions getting involved into the market. For example, Quilter International have recently launched the first English written contract law Assurance Vie. And that gives us also the option to set this up on a fee basis, so no commission payments coming out. And also, very importantly, have access to whole of market funds, so your Vanguards, your BlackRocks and everything else, at a much lower cost than you would have with your traditional French banks. So we're seeing the industry become slowly modernized. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful in explaining the Assurance Vie and its tax benefits and who it might be useful for. If there's something you require more information on or would like to schedule an initial call, please do feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you very much.